Two lovers are ready to do anything for you. One relives, night after night, the burning memory of your body. The other watches in silence, desiring not just your skin, but to join with your soul. What can the angels reveal about this dispute that will change everything in your heart, and true love may be about to be revealed? Beloved soul, there are times when the heart is faced with choices that seem simple, yet hide greater forces at work in silence. The celestial messengers guide me to you to reveal something powerful. There are two presences circling your energy at this very moment, and both are ready to do anything for you. One carries temptation, desire, the memory of nights where skin spoke more than words. The other brings a deep, serene, and breathtaking call that unites body and spirit in a promise of peace and pleasure. The first presence, linked to your past, emerges as a fire that does not fade. It is as if every old gesture still burns within you. This energy revives memories of lingering glances, of touches that made your skin shiver, of kisses that left a lasting mark. This temptation calls out to you, as if time has only made the flame burn hotter. What hides behind this figure is the vanity of not accepting defeat, but also the inability to forget the warmth of your company. Meanwhile, the second presence reveals itself more discreetly. This is someone who vibrates in silence, but who cannot help letting signals slip. A look that scans you as if it could undress your soul, an energy that intensifies every time you get close. This being holds a contained volcano within, a passion that mixes physical desire with deep love. Unlike the past that insists on reappearing, this energy brings a future of full surrender, where pleasure is not just of the flesh, but also of the spirit. The celestial guardians show that this clash of forces is no accident. You were prepared to feel, to be desired, to be remembered as someone who left a mark. At the same time, you were prepared to receive a love that does not demand, that does not take, but that observes, feels, and dreams of you in silence. Two spiritual lovers, ready to cross any barrier, are connected to your heart. But what needs to be understood is that not all desire is love, and not all memories should be relived. The past, however intense, can hide the vanity of someone who simply cannot accept defeat. The present, though silent, can bring with it the truth of a love that goes beyond the flesh, but that does not fear the flesh, that desires contact, touch, the shivering of the senses. This is where your heart needs to open its eyes, and the messengers of light ask that you be attentive. Soon, clear signs will show who only seeks the victory of vanity and who is willing to give their soul and body in a complete way. There is something even deeper. You may have already felt these signs. An unexpected shiver at the thought of someone. A dream in which a face appears full of desire, a feeling of being watched with both tenderness and intensity. This is not imagination. It is spirituality showing that greater forces are already moving to reveal the truth about the love that pulsates around you. The temptation brings back memories of encounters where pleasure was king. It's as if this person mentally relives the taste of your kisses, the texture of your skin, the warmth of your hugs. This energy is burning and insists on coming back. But the angels make it clear. It doesn't come just for love, but also for the vanity of not wanting to lose their place. The present energy, on the other hand, vibrates at a different rhythm. It is also desire. It is a longing to feel your body and your skin, but there is something more. It is a desire that does not fade after one night. It is a desire that asks for constancy, that seeks to be by your side in a complete way. At this moment, the celestial messengers ask that you open the eyes of your soul. Life does not place two paths before you without purpose. The triangle is not a coincidence, but a way to test your perception, your ability to distinguish between the fire that consumes and the flame that warms and illuminates. You have been desired, you have been remembered, you have been dreamed of. Now you are about to be loved in body and spirit. Before you continue, there is something that needs to be done to strengthen this connection. Before continuing the message, write this mantra in the comments. I attract true love. Now continuing the message. Beloved being, by writing this mantra, you seal an energy of attraction. The celestial guardians align the paths so that the love that unites desire and truth approaches more quickly. It's not magic, but synchronicity. When you say you attract true love, you declare to the universe that you will not settle for crumbs, that you will not be satisfied with just fleeting pleasure, but that you are ready for an encounter that will be complete, fiery, and at the same time, serene. This encounter is approaching. The messengers of light show that soon you will be faced with clear signs. an unexpected contact from the past, filled with memories and desire, and also discreet gestures from someone who is already close, revealing, albeit in silence, a latent passion. Your heart will be called to decide, and your choice will determine not only a romance, but the energy that will guide your life from now on. The past will bring passionate words, promises, memories of touches, and nights that seemed unforgettable. The present will offer lingering looks, affection, contained desire, and the promise of something that does not end when the sun rises. You will be faced with two spiritual lovers, both ready to do anything for you. And at that moment, the celestial messengers will be by your side, whispering the answer to your heart that you already feel in silence. True love, they say, does not come to prove anything. It does not come to compete. It does not come to wound vanities. It comes to add, to ignite the body and quiet the soul. It comes to transform desire into peace, pleasure into eternity. And that is what is coming to you. Open yourself to feelings, sweet soul. Do not reject the memories that return, but also do not let yourself be held captive by them alone. Observe the signs, listen to your heart, and know that at this moment, there are two beings ready to cross whatever is necessary for you, but only one will be revealed as the true love that will unite desire and eternity. Sweet soul, the messengers of light show me that, in the depths of your heart, you already sense that there are two paths being drawn before you. One path is marked by a reunion with temptation, a presence from the past, filled with physical memories, desire, and nights that remain alive in your memory. Another path reveals itself through a present energy, silent but intense, that pulsates in tune with your being, as if every contained look were capable of igniting what exists within you. The first lover, the one connected to memories that seem to never fade, relives within himself the need to prove something. This energy, however fiery, carries a tone of vanity. It is someone who cannot accept having lost the power to make your skin shiver, to give you sudden goosebumps, the warmth that spreads through your body. The celestial guardians reveal that this being desires not only your presence, but the feeling of victory, the confirmation that they are still capable of making you surrender to the pleasure you once shared. The second lover, on the other hand, vibrates in a different way. Their desire is as real as that of the past, but there is something deeper, the quest to give not only a physical touch, but also the truth of the soul. This is someone who watches in silence, who may not have clearly declared their feelings, but who lets irresistible signs slip. When their eyes meet yours, time seems to stop. When their body gets close, even the air seems to gain density. It is a desire that is not limited to the physical, but that envelops the soul in an invisible embrace. The angels show that temptation can seem seductive because it awakens intense memories. It is as if the memories have the power to reignite the fire with just a spark, but the present energy does not need to resort to the past, because it creates here and now the promise of a love that blends pleasure and peace, passion and serenity. What is before you, beloved being, is more than a love triangle. It is a spiritual test. The celestial messengers want you to understand that life places choices ahead not to confuse, but to reveal who you have become. The temptation of the past is the voice of vanity calling. The call of the present is the voice of truth whispering with intensity. Desire, however breathtaking, does not guarantee full surrender. True love, however, does not deny desire. It incorporates it, transforms it into something greater, into something that does not fade with one night, but that grows with every new touch, with every new look. The guardians of light reveal that you are about to live an experience in which pleasure and soul will meet, and this encounter will be so intense that it will mark a new cycle in your life. But for this to happen, you need to align with the energy of the universe. You need to declare to the spiritual world that you are ready to receive not just fleeting pleasure, but the love that unites desire and eternity. Now, before we continue this message, write 222 in the comments to claim it. By writing this number, you connect with the energy of harmony and balance. The messengers of light use this vibration to align your heart with the right choice, so that your decision is not guided only by the memory of pleasure, but by the promise of a surrender that will transform body and soul. There is something you need to know. The temptation of the past is restless. It relives memories, desires contact, thinks about what it would be like to relive every detail, every sensation that once ignited. This energy is not willing to give up easily. There is an anxiety to reconnect, to reignite what has already been lived. The desire is real, but the motivation mixes pleasure and pride. The present energy, on the other hand, watches in silence, but with increasing intensity. It doesn't need to prove anything. It doesn't want to compete. It just wants to feel you up close. It wants the touch to be more than physical. It wants the pleasure to also be spiritual. This energy reveals itself in the details. A look that lasts longer than it should. A gesture of affection that seems full of hidden meanings. A closeness that gives you goosebumps. The celestial messengers say that the choice is not simple. Immediate pleasure is seductive. The past can seem irresistible. But the peace that comes from the present is magnetic. The decision is in your heart. And the signs are already being shown so that you can clearly see which energy you want to bring into your life. True love, the guardians of light reveal, is not the one that takes, that demands, or that competes. True love is the one that gives itself without masks, that desires the body, but also desires the soul. True love does not extinguish the flame of sensuality, but transforms it into a fire that warms every day, not just in moments of passion. There is something deeper happening. Temptation can knock on the door, bring memories, promises, and even tears, but the present energy will bring calm, even in the midst of desire. What you need to understand is that fleeting pleasure can leave a void afterward, while true love is capable of filling body and soul completely. Sweet soul, the angels ask that you prepare yourself. Soon, the universe will place signs before you that cannot be ignored. The past will try to reignite the flame. The present will show, in an increasingly clear way, that it wants not only to touch you, but to live by your side. And at that moment, your decision will be definitive. And there is also a delicate guidance. If this message has touched your heart and resonated with your truth, make a gesture of affection and support by donating. Just click the thanks button. This loving contribution helps us continue to bring messages of light, inspiration, and hope to you and to many other souls. Beloved being, keep this revelation in your heart. The true love that is approaching will not extinguish desire, but will make it even more beautiful. You are about to live something that will unite pleasure and soul, intensity and serenity. And when that happens, you will understand why the celestial messengers guided you to this message at this exact moment. Beloved being, the celestial guardians lead me back to you to deepen a truth that is pulsating strongly right now. There are two paths before your heart. One linked to the burning memory of a past that insists on calling for your attention. The other, represented by the present, silent, but charged with magnetism. Both are real, both want to be close, but only one will bring the perfect fusion between desire and truth. The first spiritual lover, stuck in the past, cannot erase from their mind the moments when your bodies vibrated in tune. This energy relives the details, the warmth of your skin, the taste of your kiss, the intensity of the touch that lasted through entire nights. It is an insistent, fiery desire, almost like an addiction that refuses to be forgotten. However, the messengers of light reveal that there is something beyond desire at play, the vanity of not accepting having lost the place they once held in your life. The second lover vibrates in another tone. This is someone who, even without openly declaring it, lets signals of a contained desire slip. When their eyes meet yours, the intensity is so great that the air seems to gain weight. This presence does not just seek immediate pleasure, it seeks to feel your skin. Yes, but also to share the peace after the pleasure, the coziness after the surrender, the silence full of meaning when two bodies and two souls unite in a complete way. The angels show that temptation can seem more urgent, like a fire that consumes quickly. The present call is like a steady flame, which does not go out after an instant, but that remains illuminating the path. This difference is crucial. You may have already noticed these signs. It may be that temptation has tried to approach again, sending messages, bringing memories, insisting on reigniting what has been lived. It may be that the present has already discreetly shown an unexpected affection, a gesture of closeness that made your heart beat faster. These manifestations are not coincidences. It is the celestial messengers orchestrating the details so that the truth is revealed. What is at stake is not just a relationship. It is the choice of an energy that will guide your life from now on. If you choose the past, you may live intense, but fleeting moments that will soon demand more and more to fill the void of vanity. If you choose the present, you will find a love that desires your body, yes, but also desires the eternity of the bond, the complicity of someone who is willing to cross days and nights with you. Beloved soul, the messengers of light ask you to make space in your heart, to notice the difference between the fire that burns and consumes, and the flame that warms and illuminates. Desire alone is powerful, but it can turn into a void. True love, however, transforms desire into life, into fullness. Before continuing the message, dear soul, subscribe to the channel. With this, the celestial messengers can continue to send you messages of comfort and revelation that are meaningful to you. Continuing the message. This simple gesture opens the way for more messages to reach you, strengthening your connection with the revelations that the celestial guardians are preparing. Now there is something even deeper to share. The messengers of light show that the true love that is approaching will not only come with sweet words, it will show itself through actions that will ignite your senses. There will be unexpected touches that will give you goosebumps, encounters where closeness will be enough to make your heart race, moments where desire will mix with the certainty of being in the right place. This love is not afraid to embrace desire. On the contrary, it transforms physical pleasure into an expression of the soul. The kiss will be fiery, but it will also be a promise. The touch will be intense, but it will also be protection. The embrace will be warm, but it will also be a safe harbor. It is this fusion that distinguishes true love from simple temptation. And there is also a special sign that the angels ask me to give you right now. The angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 2. Write in the comments. My lucky number is 2. I am attraction and desire. If this is touching your heart, show your support by donating to us through the thanks button and help spread this message of light to other people who need it. This number vibrates the energy of mystery and revelation, a sign that what is hidden will soon come to light. The 2 confirms that you are being guided to see what was once hidden, the true intentions, the real surrender, the love that does not fade. Sweet soul, soon you will be faced with undeniable signs. The past will try to reignite the flame with fiery promises. The present, even in silence, will reveal itself in gestures that cannot be ignored. When that happens, your heart will need to decide. But the celestial messengers already whisper the truth. True love is not the one that competes for space. It is the one that gives itself without fear, that desires your body without forgetting your soul, that transforms pleasure into eternity. This love is approaching, and you will be able to recognize it when you feel that, after the fire, there is still peace. Beloved being, keep this revelation in your heart. 2 lovers are ready to do anything for you, but only one is destined to become the union of body and soul that you have always sought. The universe is already moving the pieces, and soon the truth will be revealed before your eyes. Beloved being, the celestial messengers show me an even deeper revelation about the energetic triangle that involves your love life. Up until now, you have already realized that there are 2 forces that are approaching: the fiery temptation that revives memories of pleasure, and the silent presence that pulsates with intensity, uniting desire and soul. Now, it is time to understand what is truly being worked on within you through these energies. The first lover, linked to the past, remains restless. It is as if, at every moment, they relive in detail the warmth of your skin, the taste of your kisses, the intensity of nights that have never faded from memory. The angels reveal that this energy feeds on memories and the vanity of not accepting having lost you. There is a mixture of true desire and wounded pride. It is the voice of temptation calling, offering immediate pleasure, but with no guarantee of lasting surrender. The second lover, who vibrates in the present, watches in silence, but with a growing passion. It is a deeper energy that does not just seek moments, but the constancy of a true connection. This being imagines what it would be like to feel your presence every day, not just in furtive encounters, but in looks, in lingering hugs, in nights that end with peace and not just with fire. This love desires pleasure, yes, but it also desires the comfort of the soul, the certainty that every touch is a promise of continuity. The guardians of light show that this triangle exists not just to confuse, but to purify your vision of love. They ask you to notice what is behind each energy. The past calls to prove something. The present just wants to live something. This difference is what will guide your decision. There is something you may have already felt. The desire of the past can leave traces of emptiness because it feeds on momentary intensity. The energy of the present, even in silence, brings a feeling of security, of genuine surrender. This contrast is being shown to you because it is time to choose between a fleeting pleasure and a love that transforms desire into eternity. The celestial messengers now ask that you strengthen your energy of clarity and decision. Subscribe to the channel and write in the comments, "I choose true love," By declaring this, you send a signal to the universe that you will no longer accept crumbs of desire, but are ready for a complete surrender of body and soul. This declaration is powerful because the angels work with intentions. When you state that you choose true love, you open the way for the universe to cast away illusions and reveal who is truly willing to offer everything. Beloved being, there is a revelation that needs to be said. Soon, a decisive conversation will take place. The past may try to approach again, using fiery words, burning memories, and even tears to convince you. The present, even with its silent posture, will begin to reveal itself more clearly, letting slip gestures of affection and closeness that cannot be ignored. The two will be before you, but only one look will be enough to show which one brings the peace you seek. The guardians of light reveal that true love does not need to shout to be noticed. It shows itself in the details, in the look that caresses, in the touch that both ignites and calms, in the presence that does not need words to be felt. This love is getting closer, and you need to be ready to recognize it. Temptation, although fiery, can leave you empty after the fire fades. True love, on the other hand, leaves you with a feeling of fullness even after the intensity of desire passes. This is the sign you should look for. Sweet soul, the celestial messengers ask you to watch closely. The universe is already placing the signs before you. The past will resurface as a spark trying to reignite the flame. The present will reveal itself as a constant fire that warms and does not consume. You will be faced with the most important decision of your love life. And there is something more. The true love that is approaching will not be afraid to embrace desire. On the contrary, it will transform every physical gesture into an expression of the soul. The kiss will not just be pleasure, but also a pact. The touch will not just be warmth, but also protection. The encounter will not just be ardor, but also serenity. It is this fusion that the angels ask you to seek, because it is what will bring full realization. Beloved being, keep this revelation. Two lovers are ready to do anything for you, but only one will unite pleasure and soul, body and eternity. This love is closer than you think. Sweet soul, the celestial messengers show me that the energy around you is now intensifying even more. It is as if the universe has decided to place you at the center of a fiery revelation. Two paths continue to pulsate. That of the past, full of inflamed memories, and that of the present, which vibrates in silence, but emits signals of desire and truth. Both are willing to cross any barrier for you, but only one is capable of transforming fire into lasting light. The past continues to try to approach, held captive by the memories that once set your skin ablaze. The angels show that this presence relives the moments when you let yourself be carried away by pleasure without reservations. These are memories that come laden with intensity, of nights that seem tattooed on the soul. This energy wants to relive these moments, wants to prove that it is still capable of igniting the most fiery flame within you. But behind this insistence there is a hidden vanity, the fear of losing the power it once had over you. The energy of the present, on the other hand, is different. It is a desire born from silent observation, from looks that cross barriers, from approaches that make the body shiver without even a touch. This being imagines what it would be like to explore every detail of you with gestures of affection and passion, not just for an instant, but for a surrender that does not end at dawn. It is an energy that desires the intensity of the flesh, but that also desires the comfort of the soul, the promise of being present in all your days and nights. The guardians of light reveal that the dilemma you are living now is a test. The past offers immediate fire, but also emptiness after the flame fades. The present offers a constant fire that both burns and warms, leaving a feeling of fullness even after the surrender. This is the difference between temptation and true love. You may even feel that this triangle is heavy to carry, but the celestial messengers say it is no accident. It exists, so that you can realize that you are capable of distinguishing between vanity and real surrender, between desire that consumes and desire that builds. This revelation is already transforming you from within. Beloved being, soon you will notice increasingly clear signs. The past may appear with intense words, with memories that make your heart race. The present, on the other hand, will show discreet but irresistible gestures, lingering looks, light caresses, attitudes that speak louder than words. It is in this contrast that you will find your answer, and there is something that the angels ask you to do now. Write in the comments, "I choose the passion that brings me peace." This phrase seals your intention in the universe to live not just desire, but the surrender that unites body and soul. This declaration is an energetic milestone. By writing it, you send a confirmation to the celestial messengers that you no longer seek crumbs of attention, but the totality of an experience that involves pleasure and serenity. The celestial guardians also reveal that by choosing the right path, you will not only live intense physical encounters, but spiritual experiences through pleasure. The true love that is approaching will not be afraid of your intensity. It will not flee from the fire. On the contrary, it will light it even more, but in a way that illuminates and does not burn. Imagine a kiss that awakens every fiber of your being, but that also transmits security. Imagine a touch that gives you goosebumps, but that also envelops you in care. Imagine an encounter in which bodies surrender completely, but in which at the end you feel peace and not emptiness. This is the sign of true love, and it is what is about to be revealed before you. Beloved being, there is something more. The messengers of light show that the past may even approach again, insistent, filled with promises and memories. But the present is already starting to gain strength, making it clear that it is not content to watch from afar. This energy is preparing to take bolder steps, to truly get closer, to show that it wants you in every sense. You will be faced with the choice, and at that moment, the angels will be by your side, guiding you to realize that true love does not need to compete. It simply reveals itself in the intensity of desire and the serenity of surrender. Sweet soul, keep this in your heart. Two lovers are ready to do anything for you, but only one will transform desire into eternity, pleasure into light, flesh into soul. This revelation is already in motion, and very soon, you will be surprised by the clarity of what you need to live. Beloved being, the messengers of light show me that the energy around you is in full effervescence. It is as if the universe has decided to accelerate the signs, to set the pieces in motion and bring to you the truth that already pulsates in your heart. The dilemma between past and present remains alive, but now it is becoming increasingly evident. Two spiritual lovers remain ready to cross any barrier for you, but only one is destined to transform your body and your soul into an experience of fullness. The past remains restless. It is as if, every night, it relives in its thoughts the moments when you were a source of pleasure, when the warmth of your skin made it forget the world. This energy carries the weight of vanity. It cannot stand the idea of having lost the place it once held in you. It wants to prove that it is still capable of making your flesh shiver, of awakening your libido, of setting your memory on fire with touches that seemed unforgettable. The desire is real, but it is mixed with pride and neediness. The present, in turn, pulsates in silence, but with an intensity that grows every day. The celestial guardians show that this energy vibrates not only with desire, but also with tenderness. It is a look that lasts longer than it should. It is the closeness that gives you goosebumps. It is the desire to transform every moment into something eternal. This energy does not just seek pleasure, it also seeks peace after pleasure, complicity after passion. Sweet soul, the contrast is clear. One wants to prove, the other wants to live. The past calls for vanity, the present dreams of constancy. This is the choice that is approaching, and the celestial messengers ask you to prepare your heart, because the signs will come stronger and stronger. Soon you will be surprised by unexpected gestures. The past may reappear with fiery words, intense promises, and memories that make your skin shiver. The present, silently, may find the courage to get closer, letting slip declarations and attitudes that reveal the desire to be by your side for real. The universe is already aligning the moments for this revelation to happen. And here is a special request. Share this message with two dear people who are in need of this energy of hope and faith. Together, let's build a chain of love and mutual support. Also, leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel, further strengthening this energy of light. This gesture is powerful. When you share, you amplify the vibration. When you pray, you create a chain that involves not only your life, but also the lives of those who need protection and love. Beloved being, the celestial messengers reveal that the true love that is approaching will be capable of uniting everything you have always sought: desire and serenity, pleasure and soul, intensity and peace. It will not be afraid of the fire, on the contrary. It will transform that fire into a light that warms every day. It will not flee from your intensity, but will embrace it as part of the beauty that exists within you. Imagine an encounter in which the touch awakens every fiber of your body, but also envelops your soul in security. Imagine a kiss that ignites your libido, but also seals a promise of constancy. Imagine nights that do not end in emptiness, but in fullness. This is true love, and it is getting closer and closer. Sweet soul, hold on to this certainty. Two lovers are ready to do anything for you. But only one will transform desire into eternity. Only one will bring the fire that warms without burning, the passion that leaves no void, the surrender that knows no limits. The messengers of light are already preparing the moment when this will be revealed, and you will live something that will change your life forever. Beloved being, the time has come for the messengers of light to allow me to reveal the essence of this message. Up until now, you have walked through the understanding of two spiritual lovers, both ready to cross any barrier for you. The past that revives burning memories, and the present that vibrates in silence, charged with desire and tenderness. Now the universe wants you to understand what is truly behind this triangle of energies. The past will continue to try to approach. The angels show that this presence relives, night after night, the moments when you surrendered without reservations, when the warmth of your skin and the shivering of your senses were too intense to be forgotten. There is sincerity in the desire, yes, but there is also vanity. There is a need to prove, to win you over again, to make sure it still has the power to ignite the fire of pleasure in you. It is an energy that burns fast, but that can leave a void when the fire fades. The present, on the other hand, is showing itself more and more clearly. This energy does not need to shout or impose itself. It reveals itself in the details, in the look that lasts longer than normal, in the closeness that gives you goosebumps, in the simple gesture that carries more tenderness than 1,000 words. It is a deep desire that does not fear the body, but also does not limit itself to it. It is the perfect fusion between flesh and soul, passion and peace, intensity and constancy. The celestial guardians say that this is the true purpose of this revelation, to lead you to realize that true love does not exclude desire, but transforms it into an expression of the soul. The kiss will be fiery, but it will also be a promise. The touch will be intense, but it will also be a safe harbor. The encounter will be breathtaking, but it will also be serene. This is the love that is on its way. You may even feel divided between the immediate fire and the constant flame. But the angels guarantee, soon the signs will be so clear that there will be no doubt. The past will bring fiery words, intense memories, impulsive gestures. The present will approach with firmness, offering surrender and constancy. Your heart will know how to recognize which of these paths leads to fullness. And to seal this energy, there is one last invitation. Write in the comments, "I receive the love that unites body and soul." This declaration aligns you with the energy that the messengers of light are already bringing, confirming that you are ready for a complete surrender, that you do not fear desire and do not refuse peace. Sweet soul, know that the universe is already preparing this encounter. It will not just be another romance. It will be the moment when you feel your skin shiver, and at the same time, find the serenity you have sought for so long. It will be a love that leaves no void, that does not fade at night, but that remains in all the days and nights to come. Two lovers are ready to do anything for you, but only one will bring the perfect fusion. The true love that is revealed not only in the intensity of pleasure, but in the depth of the soul. This love is closer than you think, and the angels already celebrate this encounter, because they know it will transform your life completely. If you like this message, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue receiving messages of light. The celestial messengers thank you for watching and await you in the next video.